Hello, it's Mara from Houseplants, New Jersey. Tonight we are going to be repotting my Monstera Ecuador. Now, I'm just warning you, this video I had done twice. So I was very aggravated. Um, and if you're not into an aggravating video, then don't watch it. All right. I, I'm just saying, I warned you. Now, this is what it came out to be. The little tiny moss pool here, very cute. But at the same time, the moss pool knocked over the original potting. Moss pool knocked over all the plants. The plants were combined into the soil, the rooted cuttings. They were wet sticks. Just, I'm just warning you, if you don't like cursing, if you don't like aggravation, if you don't like anxiety, don't watch this video. Okay, this is not a relaxing plant video. This is stuff that happens, that it happens to everybody. Okay, so I'm just letting you know, you can continue watching, but I'm warning you. It's not uh oh, everything is sunshine and roses and perfect and whatever. So, all right, I'll see you later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this multiple a lot lower down. And the reason being is that way I don't have to water it so much. And it doesn't have to be tipsy and tipping all over the place. Oh, fuck. Excuse my language. But this isn't going as I planned. Okay, so we're going to start out with a pot. Now, just to let you know, I'm redoing this whole entire thing because it didn't go as planned. So I'm going to fill this moss pool up a little bit with orchid bark and potting soil and stuff. Put it in here. Okay. Now I have a tiny, tiny moss pool. It's really, really short. They're rooted. They're fully rooted. They have really nice, lush roots on them, thick roots, but they don't have, they're not grown ups yet. So I have these beautiful roots on them and everything that I've been propagating for months and months and months, but I just dropped them. Again, who drops their Monstera Ecuador like numerous times within only a few months? Me. I do that shit. So, all right. You got this one, beautiful roots, it's ready to be planted up. Now I have to search for them in here. Look at these. Look at those roots. We're all ready to go. This one, ready to go. All right. Let's see. Look at that one. Ready to go. Look at those roots. I did all this in soil. So I didn't use sphagnum moss or anything. I just used soil that it was going to be in. And they rooted beautifully. Okay. It took a long time, but they rooted beautifully. Now I'm going to aim you down. Okay. So we're going to put these roots right here on top. Okay. We're going to put them really right around the moss pool because we want that. We want it to eventually climb that little itty bitty moss pool. Put these roots in. All right. Put these roots in. This one's growing another leaf. This one's got another leaf. All right. We're going to put them in. as many as we can, because some of them will live, some of them won't, because the conditions are completely different. They're not, but I want as many as I can get in here. So now we're going to take this soil and really gently plop it over the top. Right, I want it to grow all around this moss pole, and eventually it'll grow up it. Right, that's our Monstera Ecuador babies. Tiny little moss pole. What's sticking out is probably about 3 or 4 inches. That's it. So I had this whole part of it, which eventually, if I need it, I'll just zip tie it back on. But right now, I don't need it. So we're just going to deal with that. I have all these cuttings in here. They're just like tiny, tiny little babies. This will act as a saucer. We're going to put that in there. And then I'm going to water it in. We're going to water it in because I want all those air pockets out of it. And then it'll soak up whatever water is going in there. Now I even poked holes in the side of this pot because, like, if you could see, I poked holes all along the side of the pot because I want it to get as much air as possible. Underwater the moss pole and it drips all along. I want that to aerate out. Okay? So, was this the easiest video? No. Was this the greatest video? No. But sometimes shit happens and sometimes doesn't always go as planned. Okay? Sometimes you're like, oh, this is going to be the best. I'm so excited to plant up this propagation. And then all of a sudden, everything goes wrong. Okay? You don't want it to, but it does. And then you wind up with like a beautiful little itty bitty plant, which is dripping all over the fucking place. But you wind up with a beautiful little plant. Okay? So it's a good way to start off the new year. I'm gonna put this in a pretty looking catch pot, and then I'll put it under a grow light or something where the other Ecuador is that I have that's a little bit bigger than this right now. Hopefully they all live. Doubtful, but hopefully they all live from this little transplant that I did. I like, subscribe, comment, please. Have a great night. Bye.